everybody. I like just jumping into my videos, but I always start by letting everyone know kind of what my channel is about. The reason I do that is every time I post, my videos are different from the previous video. Why is that? It's because I have multiple cars and I like having variety on the channel. So when people come back to the channel, I like them to know that if you're watching maybe my Widebody series on this Corvette, the next time I post a car, it might end up being maybe my Cobra, or I'm working on my motorcycle. You know, sometimes I'm up at East Coast Supercharging. I like to bring variety to everybody. And the reason I let everyone know that there's gonna be a variety is I don't want you to think that a series never got completed. I do see other YouTubers start a project and all of a sudden the next video didn't come out for a couple of years. And I'm not talking about the big YouTubers. I mean, those people that make millions of dollars on YouTube, they film every day. But there's other people that have cool builds that maybe lost interest or couldn't afford to finish their car, and they just never finished their project. So I don't want anybody to think that. Just because the car isn't posted doesn't mean the project is stopped. It just means that I haven't posted it yet because I'm either editing or I'm trying to finish another series for everybody. So on to my garage. My garage is a disaster. I'm very sorry. I try to have a nice setting for everybody, but the reason the garage is a disaster is because I'm filming a lot of stuff at once for everyone. Again, variety. I have different projects I'm working on and everything's kind of getting in the way now. So my big project is this Corvette right now, and my second biggest project is this engine over here that I'm working on. That's going to be a 65 Mustang that's coming into the shop, and what I'm trying to do is get a bunch of other stuff done before it shows up. I want to try and get the Corvette over to this side of the garage and put my SS away because I'm having trouble getting wheels for the car, and this is in the way, and I want to put the Mustang on the lift and then have the Corvette over on the side so I can film both of those projects at the same time so I can show you guys the progress on each one. So today what I'm working on is the other fender on the Corvette. I originally thought you guys might not want to see me do the other side, but this actually is a little harder to do than the passenger side. I'm going to show you why real quick. If you look here, the new fender did not come with a gas door, but on the Corvette it has a gas door. I have to figure out a tricky way to modify this gas door. The reason the fender flare doesn't have a gas door is because the gas door actually would be right where the flare is. So I'm thinking of making a gas door that follows this line and maybe rigging up a mechanical popper to be able to have this section swing open. I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet, but that's going to be the biggest hurdle. So I figure I'll show this side. I'll take it apart today. I might work on maybe fitting the other side a little bit in this video. And then I don't quite know what the next video is going to show, but at least for now I want to show you guys the full progress. I don't like to skip stuff anyway, so that's what we're working on now. So I'm going to set you guys up and show you what I do on this side of the car now. Alright, same thing as before. Gonna pull the taillights out, only this time I'm gonna put them in a box somewhere because they cost a lot of money and I don't want them broken. Alright, the next thing I need to do is get the car up in the air. Okay, I learned the other day that there's a bolt up here, so I'm going to get that one out first. Alright, so this part's kind of boring, but I'm going to pull out the fender liner bolts. I came up with a high-tech solution to figure out how to get this apart. I'm just hitting it with a hammer. That's some really good bondo, huh? I wonder if it's because of this one screw. That screw is stripped, so now I have to drill it out. All right, that's loose now. There we go. So in here is 4 10mm bolts that have to come out. All right, just like the other day, I'm gonna try and split the seam. I can see where it is. It's actually splitting better with the hammer. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is throw the wheel back on so I don't have to put the car up in the air anymore. I won't need to. Okay, next thing I need to do is I'm gonna get the bolts out on here. You know, by looking at this, I think I realized that I might be able to cut the door and shorten it down and reuse the mechanism the way it's designed, just with a smaller door. Actually, before I pull this off, I want to measure something. Okay, so right here is the new fender flare and the car has been dropped. The suspension is not settled, but from here to here is about 6 inches. Over here is about 3 inches, which means now the arc on the flare is 3 inches higher. So I need to drop the car once everything settles to make the arc look normal. I'm not sure the suspension can do a 3-inch drop. Unfortunately, that's the problem you have when you put in aftermarket parts on a car. You come up with new problems. I almost regret buying these things, but I'm gonna hopefully make them look cool. Look how thick the bondo is on the original fender. It's like, looks like it's almost 3/4 of an inch. That's crazy. Okay, so I didn't show this in the other video, but the way I was able to get this flare on was I actually slid it under here first. Let's change the light again. That is up much higher. I really don't want to lower the car. All right, I'm just gonna do a walk around so you guys can see how both fenders look on the car now. So the rim's width is fine and the offset is fine. They actually line up pretty good with the fenders. My only concern now is the fender gap is so high that if I lower the car, it's gonna really throw off the handling now. I didn't know I would have to lower the car almost 3 inches just to match what my old ride height used to be. And that's gonna be a big problem for me. I don't know what I'm gonna do in this situation. Maybe this could spiral out of control and I decide to maybe do air ride. So maybe at a car show I can slam the car down, it'll look cool, but when I'm driving around I can adjust the height. Because I already slammed the front of this car on everything. I have a diffuser on the front and it constantly scrapes on everything, even in my own driveway. Like when I pull in the garage, if I forget it's there, I bash the thing right on the concrete coming into the garage. I actually wanted to raise the car, now I have to lower it, so I'm a little concerned. So I guess what I might do is in the next video, I want to get the car out of this spot and move it to a different position in the garage, and then actually take the car for a spin. I want to get the suspension to settle so we can see where it's going to sit before I make anything permanent and I start making modifications. I don't want to make any changes based on what I'm looking at right now, because the suspension still has to probably settle probably an inch or two, and then once that happens I could figure out how much I need to lower the car. I don't even know if there is enough adjustment on the car to go down 3 inches. That's one of my other issues. So thanks again for sticking with me, everybody. I know this is sort of a carbon copy of the other video, but I wanted to show you guys every step of the way, and if you follow along with all of my other videos, you'll know that I kind of leave the struggle in my videos. I don't just do a beginning and throw an ending in and just do a 5-minute video. I show you guys the difficult stuff I deal with along the way, and this is my new struggle. I have to figure out ride height now, which I didn't expect. I'm talking to the company about seeing if they have a different version, because it looks like when they did their arches they put it in the wrong spot, and I really feel like it's a defect. I don't think it should be up this high, but I don't know, we'll see what they say. They'll probably tell me it's not their fault. That's what most of these companies do. So thanks for following along. Projects coming up. I think the next video that I'm going to be posting after this one might be an East Coast supercharging video, or potentially a Miata video. I'm trying to put some of that stuff up because I have people who like watching my channel that like other cars as well. So that might be coming up. I know I have the Mustang coming up on the channel, and I've been letting my motorcycle sit here. I feel bad that it's just sitting, but I need to put an exhaust on it, and I would like to try and go riding and maybe do a video of a helmet cam or something. I thought that would be cool. So that's another project coming up on the channel soon. So thanks again, everybody. I really appreciate it, and have a very nice night.